There's been a lot of buzz surrounding South Africa after Donald Trump accused its government of genocide yesterday. A CNN international correspondent attempts to explain that the video of the South African leaders saying "kill the Boers," which are the farmers, doesn't literally mean kill the farmers. People, as idiots, are merely lacking historical context. Watch.
For people who don't have a historical context, it does potentially appear more literal.
It is an inflammatory song, without a doubt. And many in South Africa, even black South Africans, don't think it should be sung in a post-apartheid world, 30 years plus after apartheid. But there are many who grew up under those years of white minority rule who understand the historical context of this song, "Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer," that Julius Malema has made popular again. It sort of fell into disuse. It's not been that commonly sung after the end of apartheid in 1994, but it's brought it back again to reanimate the issue of the majority of land in South Africa still being owned by white farmers.
We're just too dumb to understand what's going on. Are we bigoted? Are we racist? What one is this one? What does this fall under?
What people are noticing, and a lot of people are noticing lots of things these days, is that this is brought to you. This idea that we need to be, it's nuanced. There's historical context when it comes to chanting and singing a song about killing white people. The context that needs to be brought in, it's very complicated, right? These are the same people who brought you the concept of a microaggression, of how you're being racist without realizing it. These are the same people who write articles every day about how everything from red meat to weightlifting is racist when it comes to health, right? Certain colors are racist. Certain movies you've never even thought are racist. You know you're racist. They're the ones saying this all the time, right? And so all the nuance in the world all of a sudden needs to be brought to bear on the fact that you can't believe your own eyes or ears when you hear someone say "kill the Boers, kill the white farmers." It doesn't pass the credibility test anymore. And I think the great thing about what's happening is that it's now out in the open just how ridiculous these people are. You can see in that clip, by the way, that the gentleman she's talking to, even he has to give more nuance to her ridiculousness by saying, well, yeah, actually, there's a lot of people on both sides here who think that's a pretty terrible song and probably shouldn't be singing it. But if you understand the history of this conflict, let me get this straight. Every conflict in the history of the human race has two sides to it. Therefore, all of them need historical context. Well, if you want to know why these people hate these people, it's actually a little more complicated than they're just bad. They had reason to hate them because of X, Y, and Z injustices. That's the history of war. That's the history of every genocide, every sort of conflict. So they've reduced themselves to the absurd, and now we're at the point where really all you can do is laugh, and I think they're making fools of themselves with segments like this happening daily when it comes to the South Africa genocide.
The legacy media, they still have Trump derangement syndrome. They can't take the fact that Donald Trump is sitting there in the Oval Office and he's telling world leaders just exactly how it is. They can't handle that.